everybody. Today I am with Melissa, and I actually met Melissa for the first time at Subi Fest, but we chatted a little bit before that on Instagram. I think we found you through Lane Drifters or Lane Drifters Apparel. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
I am an autocross racer, and I do some stunt stuff, stunt driving, and let's see, I have my master's degree in social work, and I do acting and voiceover, and let's see, what else do I like to do? Cosplay. And modeling, and that's about it. I think that's all I can fit into my time. It's a lot of
you're
stuff.
a busy lady.
It's a lot of stuff.
So, exciting for you. You just picked up a new car.
I did.
So tell us about the new car.
Ooh, I got myself a 40th anniversary Porsche. And I love it. It's a 911 Carrera 40th anniversary, and it is beautiful. GT Carrera Silver, and it's making my other car a little jealous. Not gonna lie. I also have a 2019 WRX, and that's my daily. I actually have two other cars. I also have my 2003 350Z that I drift. So all my cars are a little jealous right now from this Porsche, but I do love that car. So it's a little speedster, and it's not a convertible. It's just got a little sunroof on it. I just got it on the 28th of February, so it's new to me.
Right. Yeah.
I'm still learning about all of its stuff.
Exciting.
Yeah.
And you said you actually tried to take it to the track already once.
I did. I thought that would be the best way to get to learn about it, because I have had an all-wheel drive car since 2008. I've been in a WRX since 2008. And so this has, this is rear-wheel drive, rear set engine, everything on this car is different.
Right.
And so I thought that I would take it out to autocross. I thought that'd be a great way to get to learn it. And I was right. But, and I got it wrapped, a nice clear wrap around the bottom, protect it, make it nice and solid up on the front as well.
Yeah, because we all know those cones like to make their way around the car.
Oh my God. Yeah. I've got a wrap on my WRX too, and it's still got a little bitten up there. So, but there was one little tiny part missing. I needed a battery heel, so waiting for that part from Porsche to come in. So it'll be in, I think, Monday. So I should be able to get that put in and get that back out. I just joined the Porsche Car Club of America.
That's right, yeah. Yeah,
Today,
they've got
I
a lot of
joined
autocross stuff that they do.
They do.
So, yeah.
And they also have drives and breakfasts and things like that. So I'm pretty excited about that. So I'm now a member of SCCA and Porsche Club of America. So I'm pretty excited about that.
That's awesome.
And I think that that's going to bode well for me. I've made some connections already through there. So
Right.
So I'm pretty excited about that.
Yeah, that's
that
pretty
car, cool. I drove it today, and just driving on these like long cruising trips, it's so smooth, it's so easy, it's so nice.
Right.
Horsepower, the torque, just everything on that car is just so smooth.
Right.
But I do love my pig pen. That is the name of the WRX. That car is hardy. It does everything.
Right.
You don't have to worry about it getting away from you. It just goes.
Right.
And the all-wheel drive on that car is everything. So
So that's what you were using mostly for your autocross was the WRX.
The WRX.
And then have you done like track days too?
I've done track days with that as well.
With that too. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did happen to blow out my clutch my last track day with the WRX. I've been a little hard on that car. I take it in the canyons.
They're easy to get there. I'm the same way. I love the canyons with my Subi.
Yeah.
But they're easy to bang on. You know what I mean?
They
like
are.
That's just kind of how they feel more comfortable that way when you're running them hard.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I run
feel
that
you.
car hard. I love that car. It is so comfortable. You can literally do anything in that car and you don't worry about it coming back to haunt you.
Right. Yeah.
The Porsche, you can't be foolhardy with that car. It'll bite back.
Right.
And you can feel it because when you're getting on the highway, I think I've gotten up to about 106 on the highway in that car so far. And that front end, it'll lift up a bit. It talks to you. And on the 996, which is what that car is, the steering on that car is extremely responsive. It's talking to you constantly. That car also, because it's that anniversary edition, has limited slip differential on it. It's got the polished wheels. It's got so many really cool little accoutrement that the normal 996 does not have on it. I'm still learning about it myself. I haven't had it that long, and it was not in my possession for even longer because I got it wrapped. So I'm still learning, but that front end, it's talking to you constantly. So I'm listening. But that Subaru is just you're just going.
Yeah, there's usually no care with the Subi.
It's not.
Yeah, you can handle pretty much anything.
Yeah. I'm not feeling like I have to be 120% in that car all the time.
Right.
But yeah, I paid off that Porsche, and I feel like I have to be 150% in that car all the time because I'm like, I own this car, 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 don't wreck the car. So yeah.
Oh, too funny.
I handed over that check and I was like, you're doing the right thing, right? You're doing the right thing, right? You know you're doing the right thing, right?
Well, luckily that car is an investment. You know that car is going to hold its value. Yeah. No way.
I'm pretty sure I could sell it for more than I bought it for today.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
That car, it is a joy.
That's awesome.
It is a joy.
Exciting.
And people move out of the way on the highway for you. I'm telling you what, if you just want to move up that much in the world, I've never felt so damn precious in this world. I got a little crown on my head.
Oh, no, I love it.
It is so weird. I drove up in the hills because I was driving home from West Hollywood. I was driving home from West Hollywood over to NoHo, North Hollywood. And I was driving up in the hills, and people were getting out of my way. I was like, and waving at me.
Oh my God.
And I was like, what the hell is this?
That's so weird.
You've never been this nice to me in my Subaru. What's happening right now?
Uh-oh. You've joined the elite.
I know. And I was just like, hey, you guys need to stop this. Because I know my other car's a Subaru, guys. Yeah. My other car's, that's what I want to put on my Porsche.
Oh, my other car.
I want to put on the frame. My other car's a Subaru. And just see, if people treat me the same.
Right.
I'm not going to put on my Subaru, my other car's a Porsche. I'm going to put on my Porsche, my other car's a Subaru.
That's funny.
I just want to see what happens.
Right.
But yeah, it's been a trip. It really has.
Yeah.
It's interesting how people treat you, though. It really is.
And that's only been a few weeks.
It's only been a few weeks. I know.
Wow.
But
interesting.
My friend has a Maserati, and he did say it's interesting. Because he drives a Cobalt the rest of the time.
Oh, wow, that's a difference.
It is. And I ride with him in the Maserati, and I ride with him in the Cobalt. And it's different.
Yeah, right.
Our society is different.
Yeah.
So, but it is fun driving in that damn car.
I bet it is. I'm hoping I get a ride with you.
You get to ride with me.
Awesome.
Yep, you get to ride with
cool.
me. I love that machinery. I just love that machinery.
That's really cool.
So, but yeah, my dad is really excited about this car because he's always wanted one, and he has a Miata, and he let me drive that Miata recently, and I felt like a queen. I did. I felt like a queen. My dad let me drive the Miata.
How long has he had the Miata for? Like, is
About
it his baby?
It's his baby.
Okay, got
it's
it.
a limited
Yeah.
edition.
Okay.
And it's his child.
Okay.
And he let me drive it recently, and I was just like,
Wow.
oh. You know that stage when your parents, like, they finally trust you with
Yeah.
stuff?
Right. Yeah. That's funny.
I hit that stage where he finally
nice.
trusted me with the baby.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I'm sure he wants to drive the Porsche. Maybe there was some hidden
Well, he didn't know
agenda
about the
under that.
Porsche yet, but
Oh,
now,
okay,
now
okay. So that was before.
Oh, you know, that phone call went out, and I was like, Dad, I bought a Porsche. And he said, do you remember when I let you drive the Miata? And I said, oh yeah, I remember. He's like, I'm just reminding you just in case. And I was like, oh no, I remember, Dad.
Too funny.
So, yeah, I drove that car, and that was a fun little experience. I had a great time because I've never driven a convertible before.
Okay.
And so that was fun.
Yeah. I've never
So-
driven a convertible before.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's a lively experience.
Yeah.
Because you're in the experience.
Right.
Like the cars, like
Yeah. Right.
the road is passing you. And it's different than driving just with your windows down.
Right.
So yeah. But that call went out, and that, hey, remember when I let you drive the Miata?
Right.
I said, yeah. And he's like, I'm going to be buying my ticket soon. And I said, I bet you are, Dad.
You pick him up at the airport in the, in the Porsche.
Exactly.
Nice.
I was like, Dad, we're not going to LAX in the Porsche. I'm sorry, that's not happening. Yeah, we talk a lot about cars.
Yeah.
There was a time that when I was 19 and I came home from college, and I went to college in Greeley, Colorado, and Greeley is next to Fort Collins. Fort Collins has I-25 that goes straight to Cheyenne, Wyoming, and that's where my dad lived. And he worked in Fort Collins, and there was I-25 was shut down because of snow. And he said, I'm sorry, but we're going. We're not staying in Fort Collins tonight. And I was like, Dad. And he goes, we're going. So he took his Taurus, and I got in my 1980, maybe it was 1981 Crown Victoria right behind him. And we blew the gate.
Wow.
So the Highway Patrol had shut down I-25 between Cheyenne and Fort Collins, and Dad said, nope, we're jumping the gate. And I was like, oh, shit.
Wow.
His proudest moment.
Oh, no.
His very proudest moment. I had the whitest knuckles in the universe. And he said, just stay close, and we're going. And we drove for an hour between Fort Collins and Cheyenne, and there were cars off in the ditch everywhere. I mean, probably like every 50 to 100 feet, there was just cars off in the ditch. And there was snow blowing across the highway everywhere. And it was a very legitimate closure. Like, there was a reason they closed that road.
Right.
We should not have been on that road. And we did it. And we got all the way through. And I just sat there and was just like, I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. He was driving a front-wheel drive Taurus, like, a really, like, normal car. Like, it was a very modern car. I was in a 1981 Crown Victoria, rear-wheel drive, not meant to jump this gate.
Oh my goodness.
So we made it, though. And he talks about that probably every time we talk about driving.
Proud dad moment.
Proud dad moment. Oh my gosh, proud dad moment. And proud daughter moment.
Yeah, right.
Like that was one of my happier moments in life. Like
right.
When I messed up, I was like, hey, remember when we jumped that gate? hey, I did that. So yeah, we had that moment. And then there was another moment when I came home late one night and it was real bad out. And I was driving a 1978 Ford Ranger. And I came home late and I didn't call. And it was nasty out. And I made it home. He was pissed.
Yeah, I bet.
He was pissed. I got grounded. But he did high-five me for making it home that night.
Nice.
He did. He was like, but good job on making it home, because that's some gnarly weather you made it through.
Right.
But next time, call me, and you're super grounded for not calling. But I did make it home in that weather.
Yeah.
I feel really lucky that I was raised in Wyoming, where I had a lot of weather to contend with, because it really taught me some major driving skills.
Right. Makes sense.
And I learned in that Crown Vic, I learned in that Ranger, 1978 Ranger, I learned in a Bronco, a 1994 Bronco, Ford Bronco, which they're bringing back. I don't know how to feel about that yet. Haven't driven it yet. I want to drive it first and see how it compares. I don't know how to feel about that look yet, but yeah, I had the
Lots of Fords. So is your dad a Ford guy?
He was a Ford guy.
Yeah,
He was, yeah. Not so much anymore. Now he's Zoom Mazda.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, he was a Ford guy at the time,
Yeah.
so we did do the Ford thing.
So you grew up a lot with cars. Like cars were a part of your life. So do you think that that's really what led you into really enjoying cars, is because of your experience with your dad and growing up?
I think so, yeah. I didn't work on him a lot, but I definitely drove the shit out of him.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. I had to learn how to drive at 14.
Okay.
And I had to know how to drive a stick.
Mm-hmm.
I had to know how to parallel park. And I mean parallel park, like between two cones, and don't you tap those cones. And there's only about 4 inches on each side, so don't you screw that up. Because if you screw that up, you're starting over again.
Right.
In Wyoming, our driver's test included the parallel parking. Mm-hmm. So
I had to do parallel parking when I had my driver's test.
Yeah.
They don't do it anymore, but yeah.
Isn't that crazy, though?
Yeah.
Because
you still have to
you
parallel
still
park.
have to parallel park in LA,
Yeah,
so
right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Disconnect.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, so, and actually I was on the front page of the newspaper, the Cheyenne Eagle Tribune. Boom. Shout out to the Cheyenne Eagle Tribune. I don't even know if you're in business anymore, but shout out to you for putting me on the front page of your newspaper for parallel parking in 1995. Yeah, 1995. I'm not telling my age. 1995, I was on the front page of the Cheyenne Eagle Tribune for parallel parking.
Nice.
Yeah. With my driver's ed teacher, and I can't remember your name. I'm sure somebody's going to correct me on that. All 6 people from my high school who are hopefully watching this. But I'll get 6 people from my high school to watch this, I promise. I'll find 6 people from my high school who will watch this, and they will correct me on my driver's ed teacher's name. Jim somebody, I think. But yeah, I got to do that for my high school driver's ed teacher. I got to, they like made me parallel park and took pictures for my school newspaper, because they were doing a big thing on driver's ed. I was really proud of myself for that too.
That's awesome. Sorry.
You're yawning while
I'm
talking about driver's ed. Damn.
Man. I think I need more sleep.
So yeah, and we used to have a saying in my family that was, we would drive to the bathroom if we could. Yeah.
I don't think I've ever heard that before.
That was the thing. My dad got it from his dad. My grandfather, who I did not know, he died when I was 6, was a huge car guy. He would keep a blank check in his front pocket in case he ran into a car he needed to buy.
Wow.
Yeah. My grandma was a huge fan. You can tell from the look on my face.
That's pretty funny.
She didn't fucking like that at all.
Oh, no.
No, but he did. He kept a blank check in his front pocket so he could go buy a car if he needed one.
Wow.
Like if he ran into a car that he needed to buy.
Right.
So he was the grease monkey in the family.
Right.
My dad he knows a bit about cars, but he didn't teach me. I learned from my friends, mostly here. I didn't get into like wrenching and stuff until I moved to LA. I did some grease monkeying stuff in like and wrenching stuff in like Colorado.
Okay.
When I started doing autocrossing.
Yeah.
Because I learned that you can put anything back together with zip ties. Anything.
Yeah, name of the game, right? That's how it is anytime we go out to a track day. It seems like somebody's putting their bumper together or, using
Fender
zip ties, something. Yes, yeah.
Bumpers. We just put my Porsche, my battery back together with zip ties.
Right.
It didn't work, but we did it.
Yeah.
So we had that whole thing zip tied together in 3 different ways. You could do anything with zip ties. Yeah. I am a zip tie professional.
Too funny.
Yeah.
So you did do some autocross back in Colorado before you moved out here to LA. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I started autocross in 2014.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So what were you driving then in the autocross?
The 2008 WRX.
WRX. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
That's a story. I'll tell you that quick story. I'll try to make it quick. I woke up December 30th, 2010 and couldn't walk. I had gone to a yoga something and done a back walkover and ruptured discs in my back.
Wow.
And so I had surgery on March 1st, 2011, and it didn't quite get the job done. And so I waited and went back to school, got my master's degree in social work, worked for a bit, and then I had big time surgery. I had a bilevel fusion done, and unfortunately the hospital gave me staph infection in my spine. So I had to have another surgery, and during that surgery I lost all the feeling in my left leg.
Wow.
And so I started doing rehab by sitting in my car and just pushing in the clutch. Wow. Because what are you going to do?
Right.
I got real sick from staph infection. I had to give myself IV medication through a PICC line in my arm. The world was bleak. And I decided to quit my job as a social worker because I had been doing it for years. I didn't have my master's degree, but I had been doing social work since I was like 19. I'd been doing not social work as a social worker. You can't do that without your master's degree or your bachelor's degree in social work. I just had my undergrad in psychology. But I had been doing the field of social work for years and years and years since I was like 19. So I decided to quit, and I went back to acting, and then decided to start racing cars because I'd always wanted to do it.
Yeah.
And so I looked up what I could do on the internet with my WRX and started doing autocross. And so I started that in 2014 after I had rehabbed enough that I could actually walk again and balance and run and do stuff. And I was just rehabbing with my leg, with my car and doing autocross and stuff like that. So that's what I did. And then I went back to acting, and I looked up what I could do if there was anything there, and I found precision driving. Came out here to LA and got precision driving training, and did stunt driving training as well. And then went back to Colorado, did some precision driving stuff, and then moved out here ultimately in July of 19.
Okay. Wow.
So for acting and stunt driving.
So have you done a lot of stunt driving for like movies and shows and stuff?
Mostly for commercials.
Commercials, okay.
Yeah, I came out here to do movies, but COVID hit 6 months after I moved out here.
Right.
So it's been a slow start on the movies,
Right.
but I've done some commercials. I've done, I'm doing some like rap videos for like kind of small time rappers who just want women's empowerment stuff and stunts in their videos and stuff like that.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Wow.
So anybody needs anybody, let me know. I'm available.
That's awesome. That's so cool.
So I can do drifting, stunts.
You mentioned you have a drift car. So you've done some drift stuff?
So I've done drift stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. So I have a 350Z that does drifting. Obviously the Porsche does drifting as well.
Okay.
Limited slip differential.
Yeah.
I haven't done any drifting in it yet.
Okay.
I'm still feeling a little ginger about that. It's a Porsche.
Right, I gotcha.
But it does have a limited slip differential, so it can do all that stuff.
Right. So when you've done this stunt stuff, like for commercials and stuff, do you use your own cars or
No.
Okay. So they have cars for you to drive.
Right.
Okay.
I have my cars for practice.
Okay.
So I practice in my car.
Okay.
There's a project coming up where they want me to drift around a girl on a pole, dancing on a pole.
Oh, wow.
And that's the kind of thing you need to practice for.
Okay, gotcha. Right.
Because you don't want to mess that up. So
Amazing.
I have a practice car, so you practice on that.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's
that sounds like fun.
Yeah. It's a lot of fun.
Right.
It's just it's a lot of work, and you have to make sure your car's in good shape. Right now my car's in the hospital. My drift car's in the hospital getting a new engine harness. So
Okay.
yeah. Which is good because it was a little spliced up before. So
Right. Interesting. Well, maybe you can take me out and show me some drifting. Because I've always wanted to do that. I mean, I talk about it every time I interview somebody. It seems like we talk about drifting. But that's something I've always wanted to do. I've never even done a drive along with anybody who's been drifting. So I'm like super ready to go out and try it.
Absolutely. That's a lot of fun. I go out to Balcony at Willow Springs.
Oh, right. That's right. Okay. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
It's a great time.
Fun.
Yeah. So that's Vern. All my cars have names.
Yeah, I was going to ask you that. So
yeah.
Okay, so that's Vern.
Vern. I got Vern on the Vernal Equinox.
Okay. All right.
So that's Vern. He's my 350Z. He's a little monster. He's Frankenstein's monster. He is black and white and all kinds of hacked up and beautiful, and I love him. He's just a little 350Z.
And how long have you had it for?
I got him last March.
Okay.
So about a year.
Okay.
So yeah. I bought him off of a guy who was just convinced I didn't know shit about cars. This guy, he was just like, if you don't know anything about cars, this isn't the car for you. And I was like, but I do. And he was like, yeah, but I just don't know. And he sold them to me needing new brakes. Oh, no. No, he had attached the main brakes, or he had attached the hydro to the main cylinder, the main cylinder. he had totally jacked up the brakes.
Jeez.
And I was just like, no, you did it wrong, kid. You did it all wrong. That's why the brakes don't work. And so, yeah.
So you actually knew probably more than he did.
Well, he was trying to trick me is the problem. And so I got it all fixed about $3,000 later. It's okay. I knew I was going to spend it. I just didn't know that this kid was going to just totally try to pull one over on me. I was just like, we're not doing this.
Wow.
It was hysterical. And so then I took the Z to Rocket Garage, and the kid's brother's car was there. And I was like, I recognize that car.
Oh, too funny.
The kid's brother's there. And I was like, oh, yeah, I know that family. So yeah, it's
okay. So that's Vern.
That's Vern.
So what are the names of the other cars again? What?
Pigpen.
That's right. Pigpen is the WRX.
Pigpen is the WRX. He also goes by Pennigan. Because he's Pigpen again.
That's right. Because I had the
Pigpen,
first Pigpen.
Yeah.
The 08.
And now he's Pigpen again. So he's
That's funny.
Pennigan.
Okay.
And then this is Annie, the anniversary
That's right.
Porsche.
Okay. Gotcha.
So Vern, Pennigan, and Annie.
Nice.
They all mean something.
I love it.
I named Annie the second I got her. I was like, oh, Annie, anniversary, Annie. That's
Right.
Annie.
Right.
So, and it's a Porsche. She has to be a girl. Like, there was no question in my mind. Because my friend asked me, he was like, are all of your cars boys? And I was like, well, they will name themselves. Do you not know this? I found that some guys don't name their cars. I don't know what this is about.
Yeah. I know a lot of guys that don't have. I actually don't even have a name for my car, but I mean, I don't know. I think it's just because people just usually reference me as it's Lane Drifters or it's Miss Motorhead. It's not like, that's just how it is. So
Yeah, but you have a vanity plate on your car.
yeah, I do.
So I mean, there's something to that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So, but these guys that are just like, well, I have 3 cars and none of them have names. I'm just like, well, how do you keep them apart then? Like, which car are you referring to?
Oh, that's funny.
The blue one, the green one, or the purple one? I mean, come on.
Oh,
Get your shit together. Guys are so weird about cars. I don't understand.
Too funny. So what are in the plans? What's in the works? What are you looking forward to doing?
Well, we've got the chick meet coming up.
Yes,
Super
we
stoked
do.
about that.
I can't wait for you to come. It's gonna
Super
be fun.
stoked about that. I've got some photo shoots coming up. One at the chick meet.
Yeah.
Then I've got a photo shoot coming up where I'm going to take over downtown LA and do some of the iconic Lower Grand, and then there's some bridges and stuff, and I should know all of them, but I don't because I'm not from here. But my friend's got it all planned out. But we're taking over LA, and we're going to do some night shoots at some of the iconic spots. And then I just joined the Porsche Owners Club today, so, or the Porsche Club of America today.
Mm-hmm. So maybe some autocrosses.
There's some autocrosses coming up. There's one on the 24th, I believe, that I'm going to do. SCCA has one coming up on the 1st or the 2nd and the 3rd, but I can't do that one because I'm doing a cosplay thing.
Oh, okay.
WonderCon's coming up.
Oh.
I'm dressing up like Peggy Carter.
Okay. Oh, nice.
That's my girl. I do the pinup thing well. I don't. It's just the look. So,
yeah. Right.
that's coming up. That's not car related, but it is coming up.
Right.
I have some acting stuff coming up. That's not car related either. Do you want to know about that stuff too?
Sure.
Power Rangers fan film is coming up. It's the season finale for them, and they're calling me in as the head of their shield department. So I'm going to be doing that.
Okay.
What else do we have? I have a couple releases coming out for Porqué. Porqué is coming out. It's a dramatic podcast that's coming out, and that's going to be released, I think, in the next 2 months.
Okay.
It's a pro women's thing.
Awesome.
It's a dramatic podcast that I've been working on for a couple of years now.
That's cool.
And what else do I have coming up? I think that's about it for right now.
Okay. All right.
I think so. I've had a lot of stuff, like people have been talking to me about all kinds of stuff going on, but I do have that shoot coming up. The musician right now is just releasing another CD, so
awesome.
That music video should be coming up pretty quick, where I'm going to be drifting around the girl on the pole.
All right.
So that should be pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Nerve-wracking. That's probably the most intense shoot that I've done in a while.
Really?
So yeah, and then I do have a pinup girl shoot coming up for modeling.
Okay.
So that one's coming up in about 2 weeks. I do a lot of modeling for pinup girl stuff.
That's cool. Yeah.
So
yeah, you would definitely fit the bill on that because you've got that cute pinup style.
yeah, the pinup style has saved me more than once.
Yeah.
It hasn't saved me with the police yet, but I'm working on that. I'm going to have to start doing my hair and makeup a little more often when I speed. I haven't, I've only gotten one ticket here.
Yeah.
Yeah, in that WRX.
Knock on wood.
I know. We haven't, I should probably. You need to keep wood closer. There's some wood. There we go. Reseda.
Okay. All right.
And the guy was really nice.
Really?
Yeah. Really nice.
But he still gave you a ticket.
He did. I was going double the speed limit.
Ooh. Wow.
Didn't notice.
In the WRX?
In the WRX.
Yeah.
Didn't notice. I don't know what the fuck I was doing that I didn't notice I was going double the speed limit, but he was like, really? I wouldn't have given you a ticket, but you were going double the speed limit.
Oh, no.
He's like, we don't even do that on the highway. I was like, oh.
Wow.
It was wide open. There was nobody ahead of me at all. And I just kind of...
Yeah.
That's what we talk about in that WRX. Like, that car just goes. And it's so hardy.
Yeah. It's easy to go fast.
It's
and
easy
not
to go
realize
fast and
how
not
fast you're
realize
going.
how fast you're going.
Especially when you're doing canyons.
Especially when you're doing canyons. Yeah. So, Topanga, I've really enjoyed Topanga. ACH, I've enjoyed a lot. And I've had a lot of fun with those. But
I'll have to take you on the 33 next time you come out here. We'll go for a canyon run out there. It's so much fun.
Oh, okay.
And
I haven't been on that one.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So much, and they just paved part of it, so it's like it's nice and clean. And usually it is. Sometimes there's some rock slide areas, and it can get a little gritty, but for the most part, it's a fun drive. There's in fact, I think tomorrow we're going on a canyon cruise with 805 Miatas. And they always have typically between 10 and 30 cars that go out. So we do like a big canyon cruise.
Okay.
So yeah, it's a fun spot. There's not a lot of people usually when we go. And you usually want to go first thing in the morning or later in the afternoon. So, but so next time we'll have to plan something where you come out, we can go for a cruise.
That's a great idea.
That would be fun. And then take some photos. There's some awesome photo spots along the way. So,
okay.
Yeah.
See, and I have a strategy when it comes to canyons. I'm very strategic. I go at 6:30 Monday through Friday, and that's it. And usually I try to do 6:30 a.m.
Yeah.
I usually do Tuesday through Thursday.
Okay.
This like right when the sun's coming up, before construction can get out there, before bikes can get out there, after the animals have gone to sleep.
Yeah.
You
got it down.
Yeah. Because I can't handle the bikes, and I can't handle construction, and I can't handle the traffic. And I won't mess with the animals. And so I'm really strategic about when I do canyons because
because you want to be able to enjoy the ride. I mean, that's smart.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Definitely.
But there's some people that'll go at night, and I can't do night because I'm scared of the animals. The animals come out at night.
I have a buddy that goes like a few times a week, and he wants me to go. And I want to try it, but I am super nervous about that because they've seen bears, raccoons, possum. They're like, it can get gnarly, so you have to be careful. But it's a whole nother experience, and that's why I want to try it. But it's a little nerve wracking. So.
Yeah, that one's hard on me. And then there's people that'll go later in the morning, and I can't do that because everybody's out later in the morning, and I'm like, nope. Unless I'm going real slow and I'm going with a big group. Yeah. And it's going to be a nice, real slow cruise, and I'm just like, hey, okay.
Right.
Get out the tunes and get out the Starbucks, and your Starbucks isn't going to spill because you're not going that fast. But when you're going to, like, if I'm going to put the heat on, then I'm, like, actually going to go. I go real early. And I usually go by myself because I don't want to have to worry about anybody, like, staying up with me. Yeah. I have, like, a select group of a couple people that I know will stay up, and I don't have to worry about getting stupid. Yeah. Because I worry about people doing stupid stuff. Yeah. Right. Those people scare me. I've seen a couple people in groups where they'll do like some of the crazy stuff, and you're just like, uh-oh.
Yeah. Right.
Uh-oh. I also have people that that don't know what canyons means. They're like, "What do you mean you're going to do the canyons?" And I'm like, "I'm doing the canyons." And they're like, oh, like you're going to race this. Oh, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, right.
Or they go with you, and then they feel like they're going to puke like 20 minutes later.
I've had a friend like that, and I scared her. So I usually will like to go by myself or with a dedicated car person that knows what to expect.
I have the dedicated car person. My friend Steve is my dedicated car guy. Yeah. And he's like, okay, we can do this. And he he knows where the oh shit handle is, and he knows that that's what you grab, and that you don't make noises. Yeah. You don't make noises, because if you make noises, then the driver goes, what? You don't make noises.
Too funny. That's hilarious.
Don't make noises. Yeah. When you have that person in the car that goes, ah! And you're like, what are you screaming about? Don't scream. There's nothing to scream about.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Oh my God. If you scream, then I start to get panicked. And if I start to panic, we're in deep shit.
Oh my goodness. Right.
You can't do that. Yeah. I had somebody do that on me the other day in just regular traffic, and I was like, you can't scream, because if you scream, then that means that I'm starting to look for stuff, and if I start to look for stuff, I'm like, we're in trouble. Yeah, right. Don't scream. Because I haven't, if I've seen it, then you're making me look for something different, and if we're in trouble. Right. Don't scream.
Yeah.
I feel you. Totally freaked me out. I was like, you almost got us into a wreck by screaming. Did you know that? Did you? I just wanted you to know that. So,
too funny.
Anyway, so what do you have coming up?
The all girls meet has pretty much been taking most of my time lately, planning that, and we have like about 50 girls signed up so far. And trying to plan the photo shoots and the vendors and all that stuff. And we have a friend's family's food truck that's coming. It's Filipino food. It's called Lola Betty's. She's awesome. They have amazing food. So we got them, super stoked about them coming. So just trying to plan all that stuff. And for me, like, I can't do too much. I have to just kind of plan what's coming up next. Because if I try and plan everything that's going on, because we have like a big show coming up in Santa Barbara, and it's too much for me to wrap my head around. So right now it's just our interview and then the all girls meet. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, and I would love to be able to also start doing some more autocross or some track days, but my life's a little crazy right now. So One thing at a time. One thing at a time.
I getcha.
So when I first met you, obviously was at Subi Fest. So what did you think about Subi Fest? Like what? Because I wasn't really able to walk around. I worked the whole time. But what did you think about it? What did you enjoy?
I liked Subi Fest this year. It was good. I hated the parking.
Yeah, right.
Everybody got their cars all shiny and pretty.
Yeah.
And then we all drove through
The dirt.
pure hell.
I know.
It was like...
I know some people actually got stuck in holes because there were some massive holes, and some people's cars actually got wrecked. So like one guy broke his radiator in one of the holes. Yeah, so it was pretty gnarly, but...
Yeah. I know that they had to change locations.
Yes.
And so, it
COVID.
was a thing. I get it.
Yeah.
But you could just hear the grumblings, like, as people were walking away.
I know. Yes. I think we heard it for like a few months afterwards, too. I remember watching YouTube videos and people were complaining. But for the most part, they did a really great job for what they were dealt with.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
And I really liked... like the setup in terms of like how easy things were to get to. I thought that they did a good job in terms of raffling off all the prizes and that setup and everything.
Which you won one of our raffles.
I did. It was awesome.
That's so
funny. I tried to be very strategic about how I put my tickets away.
Oh, right.
Which turned out to be great because everybody, I think, went after the big prizes. And so everybody was like, I'm going after Grim Speed. I'm going after Cobb. And I was like, I'm going after Miss Motorhead. and I actually won 2 prizes.
Yes,
I did.
yeah.
I don't remember. It was Subi Speed. It was who was the other group? It was Subi Speed?
I don't remember. I'm not sure.
I think it was Subi Speed. It was like, it was another club. Okay. It was a club and...
So there's Rumble Squad?
Oh, it was Rumble Squad. That was what it was.
It
was Rumble Squad and Ms. Motorhead.
Okay.
And I won breaks.
Oh, nice.
Really nice breaks.
Wow. Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah.
Now I feel like a total jerk. Sorry, Rumble Squad. I love you guys. I really do. Cheers. I do. I really do.
Yeah, Rumble Squad's awesome, actually. We just met up with them when we went to the last Subi Works meet.
Okay, yeah,
Rumble Squad drove up from San Diego, and we pre-met with them in Camarillo. Oh, okay. And then we all rode over together.
I was trying to think. I just got a whole bunch of stuff off Subi Speed, so that's why I kept thinking of them. But it was Rumble Squad, and they got me some just amazing like breaks.
That's
they
awesome.
Were slotted.
Yeah, they had a great little booth set up too. It was all. That's the one thing I really enjoyed. I liked our location. We were not in, our vendor setup was not in the regular vendor area. We wanted to be by the clubs because of 805 Subarus, because we support 805 Subarus because we do all of their merch. And so it was just easier. And actually I really liked that area, and being able to be next to the clubs was really cool. It was just that it was in the dirt. So that was the only, issue with that, where the vendors I think were mostly on like blacktop or something that was over there. So, but yeah, Rumble Squad was right there. They had a lot of people at their booth a lot, and they had a bunch of raffles and things that they were doing. That was kind of cool. Yeah. So, I didn't get a chance to look around at all the cars, unfortunately.
The cars were really cool. They had a lot of neat stuff out there, a lot of really great displays. They had a lot of great giveaways. The timing got a little complex because they had a lot of stuff kind of piled on each other. So you couldn't see some of this stuff at the same time.
Right. Did you get to see the rally? Did you watch some of the rally?
I didn't get to see the rally.
Yeah.
Because I was working on one of our club's booths.
Okay.
And so I was S15's club. I'm part of S15 Subarus, and so I was working at our club's booth.
I didn't realize that you guys had a club booth there. So where was their club booth at? Was it
like 3 down.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So we were
cool.
like one of the first ones in the clubs.
Okay.
So
do you do a lot of club meets and stuff?
I was for a while, and then I just got so busy with my fan film group.
Okay.
So my fan film group is kind of it's taking a ton of time right now, as well as filming.
Yeah.
Filming is taking up a lot of my time, and
Yeah, you're a busy girl.
I am. And so my fan film, what we do is we dress up in cosplay, and then we do like crossovers between the different Marvel universes.
Okay.
And stuff like that. And so and I do a lot of the choreographing for our stunts.
Okay.
And so I meet with all of the different, even if I'm not in that particular scene and I'm not doing it, I do a lot of our stunts for us.
That's really
And so
cool.
I choreograph all of our stunts and make sure that everybody is being safe and has everything squared away.
Right.
So I get really busy on the weekends. And I've also been out with some of my own health stuff. In another state, which has taken up a ton of time. And so since I've been back, it's just been a lot.
Right.
So
yeah, busy.
Busy.
That's good though. It's good to be busy.
It's great to be busy.
Because I would rather be busy than have have like nothing to do,
Exactly.
and then you're like constantly thinking about, okay, what I should be doing something. What am I,
Well, and
anyways,
that was exactly what I was going through when I was recovering from my health stuff. Is
right.
that like I was just like, I need to be doing something. What should I be doing?
Right.
And I was doing some choreographing from bed, where I was like, okay, this is what I think that we should be using, and these are some of the stunts that I think we should do, and sending them kind of across the internet, stuff like that. But yeah, I had kind of a close call. I did some of my own. I didn't do any of my own cosmetic surgery. No, I went through some cosmetic surgery, and they hit an artery, and I almost died. And so I had to take some time off during January. And so I was just getting back on my feet in February, and now I'm back on in March and just cruising through.
Right.
So
Wow.
it's been a lot.
Yeah, what a way to start 2022.
Right? I know. It was a lot, but I feel a lot better now.
Good.
And things are back moving, and I'm moving back at the gym, and things are going much better.
Awesome.
So I'm feeling tons better, but it made me miss a lot of things. I also sold my house, and so I was out in I didn't get to autocross in November, I think October, November, December. So I was just getting back to the autocross track, and that's what was such a bummer last weekend when I went to go autocross the Porsche.
And you couldn't.
Was that I couldn't, and I was just like, I haven't been out here in so many months.
Right. Yeah.
And the Rex didn't have tires on him, and so I couldn't autocross him for a little bit, and so it's just been kind of like one thing after another after another.
Right.
I just put Firestone Firestones on him. Firestone Firehawks on him.
Okay.
So he's ready to autocross again. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to run him in May, because I can't run him in April in SCCA. So I'm going to run him in May. I'm going to run the Porsche in the Porsche owners at the end of April.
Okay.
So I can get a double autocross in. So I'll just run the Porsche at the end of April. I'll run Pigpen in the beginning of May.
Okay.
So I'll get
Fun.
2 cars in.
You'll get your fill for a little bit.
Get my fill for a little bit. So yeah, I'm really excited to get both of them back out on the track and see. I really want to see how Annie moves.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be really important for me, just to see how that car behaves.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
I think that's why I really wanted to get her out on the track. Everybody was like, but look at this car.
Yeah,
it's in
right.
pristine shape. It's just about to hit 24,000 miles.
Right.
What are you
but
doing?
But it's so good to know what you're working with. And
Exactly.
And it just helps so much for everyday driving. So, and she's going to be so different than Pigpen.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, everything is so different.
Everything is so different.
Yeah. That's exciting.
Yeah. Just feeling that back end pull around a lot and feeling that rotation is in the understeer is going to be massive on that car. And so I think it's going to be really important to see.
Well, that'll be fun.
It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm super excited.
Hopefully you can get some like video or some pictures and share.
Oh yeah, there's going to be lots of video.
Yeah.
And there's going to be lots of pictures too. Yeah. I'm probably going to have a photographer out there.
Yeah.
So there's a couple different photographers that go out there, but there's one in particular that goes out there quite a bit that I'll have.
Okay.
I'll make sure he gets lots of pictures.
Awesome. Sounds good.
Yeah,
That's
sure.
exciting.
Yeah.
Okay, so one thing I have to ask you that I always ask everybody is, what is the one car or truck or whatever that you would not be caught dead in?
There's a couple.
Good. Let us know what that is.
I am not a fan of Kia Rios.
Okay.
The Kia Rio, or I'm not a fan of Kia as much at all.
Okay.
Frankly.
All right.
I'm trying to remember the other one now that there's Kia Rios and also Nissan Versas.
Oh, okay.
Nissan, and pardon me, I'm sorry, but Nissan Versa drivers are just about the end of my list. If I have to honk at another Nissan Versa driver, I swear.
That's how I am with the Prius drivers.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad.
Prius drivers, they're growing on me because some of them have gotten a foot on them. Some of them have gotten a bit of a lead foot on them now, and I can respect that. But Nissan Versa drivers, there's something in their DNA. And I don't know what it is, but it's so bad.
Funny. Okay.
Also, Toyota Tacoma drivers seem to be wearing on me a little bit lately.
Oh, interesting.
Those taco drivers, man. I don't know if they're gonna. It's not a recent thing either, but it's.
So that's more so the drivers, but not necessarily the
Kia
truck.
Rio
You would drive. You would drive a Tacoma though.
I would drive a Tacoma, but I would probably.
You would not drive a Rio or a Versa.
Pull the driver out and punch him first.
Oh, no.
Sorry, guys. Okay, Kia Rio. I can't drive that vehicle. It's horrible.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I feel you.
I was trying to think if there was any. There was another vehicle the other day that I saw that I was just like, yeah, Kia Rios.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I get that totally.
Yeah, I'm really stuck on the drivers right now, though. That's been a thing
You're
for
so
me.
Funny. You're like, it's not so much the car, but the driver.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, too funny. Well, I mean, you do live in an area where driving, most people just do not know how to drive. I mean, it's horrible. So I feel you. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, really. It's a thing.
Yeah.
And like I said, I want to blame it on the car, but I can't.
Yeah.
Like that Nissan Versa thing, though, it's verifiable.
Right.
Like, I haven't found a good Nissan Versa driver yet. And I told my friends, like, I'm like, okay, just watch it happen.
That's funny.
It's a thing.
Hilarious. And you won't set foot in it, so, it's never going to happen.
Nissan Versa.
Too funny.
No.
Okay, well, so here's another question for you. Money, unlimited money, doesn't matter how much. what would be your like dream car? Like if you could just go get a car without worrying about how much money. Is there something?
Hard question.
It really is, because for car people, there's a lot to it.
There's so much to it.
Yeah.
I love the art of the Pagani, but I don't. I like the art of it.
Okay.
But I don't. See,
it's tricky.
It is. It's such a hard question. The art of that car is amazing to me. But then you get back to things like just the rough and toughness of an STI. It just makes my heart happy.
Right.
And then you get into Ferrari, and you look at that kind of art, and you're like,
yeah, right.
I love that sound.
Right.
But then you have to pick which Ferrari. And then you get into McLarens, and I've always been a McLaren P1 fan.
Yeah, right.
Like always. Like since a long time.
Right.
So I probably have to go with a McLaren P1.
Okay, there you go. Nice.
Because I just love that car.
And color? Do you have a favorite color?
I'm a silver girl.
Okay.
I've always been a silver girl.
Yeah.
That was my very first car that I got to pick
Wait,
for
your
myself.
WRX is silver, isn't it?
Yep.
That's right. Okay.
All of my WRXs have been silver.
Oh, really? Okay.
The very first car I ever got to pick was my silver Cavalier.
Okay.
My 2000 Cavalier was silver.
Right.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I don't know why I like silver, but it's my thing. I like silver.
Too funny.
Yeah. Because it's weird too, because it's not like there's nothing in my history about silver or anything else, but when I picked that first car, I picked it silver, and I was like, nope, I want silver. And then I saw that Porsche, and I was like, and it's silver. It's silver.
That's funny. Yeah, it was meant to be, wasn't it?
Yeah, and so my old and I got to pick what my 2019 was going to be. I ordered it, so to speak, and I picked silver. And then so neat little story about the 2019 Rex. They wrecked it on the way to get it tinted.
Oh no! Really?
Yeah. It got hit from behind at like 40 miles an hour.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And so, so what happened, let me tell you what happened to the 2008 super quick. I was driving here. I was moving here in the 2008.
Okay.
And a coyote ran out in front of me in Richfield, Utah. And so that car sits pretty low, and I was going 80, which is the speed limit in Richfield, Utah, and I thought, I'm gonna hit it, and it's gonna really fuck up some stuff in the front, or I'm gonna swerve, and we're gonna make it through this. So I pulled right, it went left, and in Richfield, they don't strip their highways at all. They just stack them.
Okay.
So I got pulled off the highway.
Oh.
And I took out a delineator post, and then I went into a drift going 80 like this, going down the highway.
Wow.
And it finally took grip, and I went into the median, and there's just nothing but a bunch of brush there. So I went on to the other side of the highway, did an evasive, went back into the middle, in the median, and I stopped. It ripped out the undercarriage of the 08, but it didn't do anything to me. Mm-hmm. Like, I bumped my head a little on the driver's side window, and that was it.
Wow.
Going 80 miles an hour.
Crazy.
Yeah. So I had to get a rental car to finish driving to LA on the day I moved.
Wow.
Well, it was a Sunday in Utah.
Yeah.
So I didn't get to move till the next day.
Right.
And I got a hybrid Ford Fusion. Had to move all my stuff into it. I knew it was the last day I was going to see Pigpen. I cried. I forgot to get his license plates off, and I couldn't get his racing harness out of him because I didn't have the tools, and I was brokenhearted. It was so sad, so sad. But I had to buy a new car, and you can't. I had to finance $5,000, and you can't finance in California if you don't have residency. And I was moving here, so I had to buy it in Vegas.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's called a straw purchase. You can't do it. So I had to buy it in Vegas. I ordered everything I wanted, and they got it ready to go, and they went to go get it tinted. It got hit from behind at 40 miles an hour.
Wow.
So then I had to wait another 2 weeks.
Oh, no.
And they couldn't get it in silver.
Wow.
So then I had to wait another 2 weeks, and they finally got it in silver.
Wow.
But that's how dead set I am on having a silver fucking car. Is I waited another 4 weeks so I could have a silver car.
Right.
So yeah.
Wow, interesting.
Silver. Silver McLaren P1. That's what I want. If money is no option.
Right.
There you go. Silver McLaren P1.
Awesome. Interesting.
So,
okay, all right.
I wasn't going to let that WRX go in anything but silver.
Right.
Even if they were going to make me wait another 2 weeks. They did throw in some nice perks.
That's good, as they should.
As they should.
Yeah.
Because then I had to fly to Vegas, pick it up, and drive it home.
Right.
So, but it is a pretty car. I love that car too. I just love all my cars.
Right. That's awesome.
All my babies. Yeah.
Very cool.
So, yeah.
What does your shirt say?
Fun with cars.
Hashtag fun with cars.
Hashtag fun with cars. SCCA.
Yep. I think I have a keychain that says that from one of the autocross, I think, that we did. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm the queen of car t-shirts. Like, you don't see me with very many other t-shirts on. I have fun with cars. Just in case I spilled, I have shift happens. That's my other car. All my cars are manual. I don't drive any automatics, period. I refuse.
Right.
That was the other selling point on the Porsche, is it is a manual. So, I have saved the manuals, and almost all my shirts have some kind of a manual transmission thing going on with them.
Right. Did you get one of our autocross shirts too?
I'm not sure.
Okay, well, we will check that out when we're done to make sure you have an
Absolutely.
autocross shirt.
All right.
I think I gave one to Maya when she was here, so she has one now.
Save the Cones?
Save the Cones.
Oh,
yes.
I did not get one of those.
Okay, so we'll make
you
sure
didn't
we
have
get
one
you.
in my size.
Okay, we'll double check and see what we have.
Okay. That's why I didn't get one, is because you didn't have one in my size at the time. So, yeah, I'm a big manual person, even though the traffic in LA makes me resent it and regret it every time.
Oh, yeah, right. I feel you. Yep.
I killed my transmission the other day going up a hill because there's no there's no hill assist on the Porsche, and so I'm still learning that transmission, and I killed it on the hill and was so embarrassed, and the guy rolled down his window, and I was like, I'm not rolling down my window. I'm not rolling it down. I'm just starting the car again and putting it in gear and going. I was so embarrassed. I was just like, and you have to be a dude too, don't you? I'm not dealing with you right now. I'm just going up the damn hill. God, there's nothing more embarrassing than just getting humiliated by like killing your transmission. It was like the third day I had the car.
Right.
And I was just like, and he like went to roll down his window. I was like, nope, not doing it. Nope. Just going up the damn hill. Just stop. I'm not.
Oh, too funny. Oh, no.
So embarrassing. I couldn't with him either. And he like gave me that look like, a girl driving a clutch. Nice.
Yeah. I'm sure that's not the first time that you've gotten that look, right?
No.
So, yeah.
Nope. No, it's not. But it will be the last if I have anything to do with it.
There you go. See? It's all good.
It's all good. So.
Well, so is there anything else that you want to add about women in automotive?
Guys, don't be dicks. It's not worth it. Don't be dicks. We do know what we're talking about. And if you push us too far, we'll hurt you. Don't be dicks. Thank you. That's all I wanted to add.
Amen. Well, I really, really appreciate you being here.
Absolutely.
It was super fun to hang out and chat. I'm so looking forward to our all-girls meet because the vibe is just going to be freaking awesome. We're all going to have so much fun chatting and meeting all the new people. And so I'm excited, and I appreciate you coming to that as well because obviously I'm not down the street for you. So
yes, not a problem at all. I love driving that car.
Yeah.
You're not going to have to convince me to drive that car.
Right.
Right. Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely.
It's such a fun time here,
Awesome.
and I appreciate it. Thanks for letting me just sit
Yeah.
around and yap.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you. You're awesome.
Absolutely.
So keep doing what you're doing because we're all so proud of you. I think it's great. So
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right. Thanks, guys, for chilling with us. And hopefully, if you guys have any comments or feedback, let us know. If there's somebody special you'd like to see, let us know. You know, this is all still new to us. So peace out. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. And we'll see you guys soon.